Things were looking pretty bad. CDP had reinforced, we were running low on ammo.
And Spectre was still considering cutting our throats.
When I noticed some movement on a screen showing an external cam feed.
A couple of seconds later, we start hearing explosions outside. CDP start running around, trying to defend themselves against attack from behind.
A couple of them went down to nano swarms. Nasty. Cavalry couldn't have arrived at a better moment. Thought we'd have lasted another couple of minutes.
Castillo and Rojas. Could have kissed them.
Last couple of CDP that tried to take refuge in the bunker with us fell to Spectre, who bugged out before Outrider and Nomad made it to us. 4 of us RTB, PDQ.
All right, Walsh. It's your round. Get buying.
With the gang hot on my heels, I led them across the rooftops before dropping down to street level, right in front of a UPP patrol, the riot cops they sent to keep favelas quiet. Stupid kids followed me and were instantly outgunned. Favela Policia, they don't take any chances. The cop who questioned me was ex-army. He was impressed with my agility and the initiative I'd shown. Asked me if I'd consider going into the military. I'd never given it a thought. Honestly, I didn't have any kind of plan for what I was gonna do with my life. So on my 18th birthday, armed with a letter of recommendation from the cop, I turned up at a recruitment office. His suspicions were right. The skills I'd learned on the rooftops of the favela got me selected for Spec Ops training. 10 years later, I'm Winslow Accord's Special Forces, currently serving alongside the ZDF in Zurich. Not bad for a kid from the streets, huh?
We've been told that a pair of breakthroughs are about a decade away for the last 40 years. The medical singularity, where we beat aging and live disease-free forever, and the ability to transfer our consciousness into machines in order to beat death. Meanwhile, we get old, we die. We have the technology now to maximize our chances of living to see that, while leapfrogging evolution and becoming capable of so many amazing things. Put aside your fears. Stop holding yourself back from exceeding the limited design parameters you were born with. The time to upgrade is now.
All of us stuck around for a week or so after James's funeral, grieving, relaxing, telling stories about the good times we had growing up, feigning embarrassment as the inevitable photos from school and family vacations got handed around. Mostly, though, we were just there for each other. There for Mom and Dad. Crying with them when things got too much. Laughing with them when we were all reminded of some ridiculous drama that James had gotten us out of. Soon enough, the time came for us to part company and return to our separate units. I've been back for a day now. I want to get guns up as soon as I can. James died fighting for what he believed in. For what we all believe in. And the best way I can honor him is to get out there and be the protector that he can no longer be. I love you, bro. I'm gonna miss you.
I represent the will of the 54I, or more specifically, the will of its leaders. My personal wants and needs are of no matter. I keep the peace in the quarantine zone, settling any disputes between the rank and file. If we go to war, I'm expected to lead. The 54I has its roots in street-level operations, but we run a tight ship. We're an army, not a gang. If crimes are committed against the Immortals, then I deal with those too. As an enforcer, I am judge, jury, and executioner. Outside of the quarantine zone, I speak directly for the 54 Immortals' leadership. My word is their bond. It is a great responsibility, but I wear this title with pride. We are the undying immortals, and we shall never be put down!
I'm sure that the records of my unit's dissolution contain evidence of a cover-up. Files deleted, orders changed, entries expunged. I believe that a cadre of generals are planning a military coup. They want Colombia to join the CDP. I believe that their CDP contacts demanded our kill mission as a loyalty test. The conspirators are meeting near here. I'm going to confront them. Then I'm going to make them pay. In case I don't come back, I've taken steps to ensure that this recording and all of the evidence that I found makes its way into the hands of the government and the Winslow Accord. This is Nomad, signing off.
So, you should probably explain what happened after you arrived at the server location.
Compliance. Commencing audio playback.
It's here! The EWR is here!
There is no EWR. Only Reaper.
Shut it down! Shut it down! It's not responding! It's not responding to commands!
Metabolize element 82. Inefficient meat bags. Optimal fire solution achieved.
That good for you?
Satisfaction. Situation acceptable.
So now, you're a free agent and all. What are you gonna do?
Reap.
That whole setup was to smoke out one CDP a-hole? And you couldn't come up with something better than use those guys as bait? Here, I got a better plan for you. Take out their dead and flatten the whole base with standoff. One of these days you're gonna get what's coming to you, buddy. Just hope I'm there to see it.
Was that a threat? Stupid. And naive. This isn't a brawl. This is chess. You're pawns, nothing more. You set up the play, and leave your betters, knights, bishops, queens, and rooks, to strike tactically, surgically. You set the stage, doing whatever it takes to make the story convincing, giving hundreds of lies it must be. Then, at the right time, with a single flick of my wrist, thousands can be saved.
Understand that it has its moods, its tempers. Won't always do what you want or expect it to. But when it comes down to it, when you harness it properly, you're going to be one of the most effective units on the field. Your kills are rarely clean, and they often make a lot of noise. Psychological impact of that is priceless. You'll be feared by your enemies and respected by your allies. Actually, your allies will probably fear you too. And you know, I'm fine with that.
Based on the requirements laid out at the start of this procurement process, I'm certain that the intelligence gathered in the dossiers in front of you will lead you to conclude that the 8 referenced individuals will be the best subjects for your program. Further, I believe that the plant you specified be placed amongst them will independently verify my findings. As instructed, the intelligence was gathered covertly, using a number of...
Are you certain they were unaware of your surveillance?
Yes, sir. I'd stake my reputation.
There's more at stake here than your reputation.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Very well. Leave us. We were never here. We have never spoken.